the most powerful entertainment agency in South Korea, HYBE Corporation. A rumor that was previously only considered a whisper among hardline fans has now turned into sparks that exploded violently across social media. The hot issue slapped HYBE's good name hard and shook the foundations of the world's biggest fandom, ARMY. What happened? Who was involved? Why now? One name stands at the center of this storm: Jungkook. Yes, Golden Magne, the all-round idol, the most shining star in BTS history, is now in a whirlpool of controversy that was never imagined before. The rumor cites one surprising fact: HYBE is blatantly prioritizing Jungkook over the other BTS members. This scandal is not just about inequality, but about a silent betrayal that hits the values of brotherhood that have been sold to the public. Jungkook is HYBE's golden boy. Whatever he asked for, he got. Another member? They have to queue, have to wait, have to duck, said an anonymous source who claimed to be a former internal staffer. The statement immediately sparked a tsunami of emotions from fans. There are those who defend desperately, but not a few who feel disappointed and betrayed. Does this mean that BTS has always been just a stage show, and Jungkook is the main actor who was given the best script by the director, HYBE? The scandal stemmed from leaked internal documents and claims that the largest budget allocations for individual projects over the past 3 years have consistently gone to Jungkook. From his solo debut, to international promotions, to securing his luxurious home in the Itaewon area, everything is handled directly by the elite team from HYBE. While other members, even Kim Taehyung aka, who is also very popular globally, have to wait their turn, or worse, self-fund some parts of their solo projects. Even in the internal financial year report that was never published, the name JK was listed as having the first priority in various large-scale projects, from endorsements to cooperation plans with global brands. Not only that, in a secretly recorded strategic meeting, HYBE's CEO reportedly said, "If you have to choose one of them, then Jungkook is our long-term investment. He's not just an idol, he's a brand." This speech became a fire in the straw. ARMY on fire. They are divided. An opinion war broke out. Some considered the decision reasonable given Jungkook's insane popularity, but some others call this a form of betrayal of the value of 7:1, which has been used as the main slogan of BTS. But even more painful was the cold response on the part of the agency. There is no clarification, no apologies. There is no official statement, as if all this was just a past wind, or rather, the wind they expected to pass. But the wind turned into a storm. In an independent podcast broadcast by a former HYBE employee who is now a whistleblower, he revealed more dark facts that kept fans up all night. He said that every strategic decision regarding BTS's promotion always passes through the Jungkook filter. If the project is not profitable for Image Jungkook, then it will be slowed down or even cancelled. Even Jimin's solo project that should have been launched earlier was postponed because it was too close to Jungkook's single release. It's not a coincidence, it's a strategy. These words shook Jimin's fans who had long felt a sense of inequality. Suspicions that have so far only been complaints in closed chat rooms are now a snowball that drives freely down the steep slope of public opinion. And it hasn't stopped there. Old videos are starting to come back. BTS member interaction footage that was once considered a joke is now being reinterpreted. Many fans began to notice some awkwardness, discomfort, even some expressions of disappointment implied from the other members as Jungkook got longer spotlights, more dialogue, more frequent appearances in the media. A moment behind the concert stage in 2021 went viral again. In the video, Jungkook is separated from the other members in the VIP lounge. When asked why he did it himself, the staff replied it was an agency request, for the sake of convenience. Now the phrase has a different meaning. Whose comfort? Question after question rolling. Where's the justice? Is Jungkook really HYBE's golden boy? Or is this just part of the capitalist strategy of maximizing profits through one face that sells the most? The word golden child is not just a label. It implies privilege. It implies domination. And in the competitive world of the entertainment industry, one person's dominance comes at the expense of many others, be it group mates or fan loyalty. Shortly after the issue exploded, another insider account shared an internal conversation saying that there was great pressure from investors to continue driving Jungkook's popularity because HYBE's stock performance was highly correlated with Jungkook's involvement in global projects. If it's not Jungkook, investors are not interested, the attached quote reads. Does this mean that HYBE has mortgaged BTS's team spirit for the sake of the numbers on the stock exchange? But amid the roar of criticism, there was a quiet voice pleading for understanding. Some fans tried to understand Jungkook's position. They realized that it might not be Jungkook who asked to be prioritized. Maybe it's all a behind-the-scenes game he can't control. But still, as the recipient of the privilege, Jungkook's silence began to be questioned. Until this article was written, Jungkook had not given any statement. Not in writing, not in interviews, not even in gestures. He disappeared from social media. The last time he was seen was in a promotional video that had been recorded long before the scandal. Is this a form of avoidance? Or is he himself not ready for the storm that has destroyed public perception of him? Many say that Jungkook should talk, not to defend himself, but to answer unrest, heal wounds, and explain his position. Because as long as he is silent, opinion will continue to rule the narrative. And opinions, as we know, can be sharper than facts. This scandal has opened many old wounds in the body of fandom. In the past, when BTS stood as an unshakable unity, fans believed that there was nothing more important than the bond between the members. But now, that narrative is beginning to crumble. Words like equality, solidarity, and family feel empty. All are now replaced by terms such as manipulation, priority, and profit. Most sadly, this scandal incised a wound in BTS's highly sensitive transition period. In the midst of the conscription break, with most members being inactive, this is the most vulnerable period. It should be a period of reflection and recovery. But what happens instead is deep-rooted division and anxiety. Now the HYBE is under tremendous pressure. Several online petitions are already circulating, demanding official clarification and an audit of their internal management. Many fans from outside Korea began canceling merchandise purchases, even canceling subscriptions to their exclusive platforms. It's not just about one artist. It's about trust. If HYBE does not immediately respond wisely and transparently, then it is not impossible that the foundation they have built for more than a decade will collapse in a very short time. One big question now hangs in the sky of the Korean entertainment industry. Will Jungkook survive as the golden boy? Or will it fall because the burden of expectations and controversy is too great? The answer is yet to come. But one thing is for sure, this scandal has changed everything. About BTS. About Jungkook. About trust. No one expected that the eternal brotherhood of BTS narrative could turn into a splinter of unrest in just a matter of days. But now, the fragments are scattered and can no longer be swept away with diplomatic smiles or normative statements from the agency. When the army is divided, when trust turns to doubt, and when love turns to question, that is a sign that there is a big wound that is gaping. And the wound is called injustice. Another unnamed internal source leaked an email conversation between HYBE's strategy department and the global internal marketing team that contained one surprising message. Other members